1. Pin Tumbler Key. Pin Tumbler Key. This is the standard, everyday metal piece you likely have in your pocket right now to unlock your front door. It features a flat blade with a series of jagged cuts along the top edge, which align with a row of spring-loaded pins inside the lock cylinder. When you slide it into the keyhole, the unique pattern of the cuts pushes each pin to a specific height, allowing the locking mechanism to turn freely. Invented in the mid-19th century, this design remains the most widely used residential key in the world due to its simplicity and reliable. 2. Dimple Key. Dimple Key. Instead of jagged edges along the top, this rectangular blade features a series of small, shallow cone-shaped indentations drilled into its flat sides. These tiny craters correspond to pins that approach the mechanism horizontally from the sides of the lock rather than dropping down from above. Because the indentations can be placed symmetrically on both sides of the blade, you can usually insert it into the door facing either direction without any issues. They offer a higher level of security than standard residential models because they are significantly more difficult for intruders to manipulate or duplicate without specialized equipment. 3. Tubular Key. Tubular Key, also known as a barrel key. This object looks like a small metal cylinder with a hollowed-out center and a series of notches cut around its outer rim. You will frequently find these used on home safes, secure glass display cabinets, and sometimes on specialized residential alarm systems. The lock itself has pins arranged in a tight circle, and pressing this circular metal piece inward pushes all the pins back simultaneously to release the latch. The rounded design makes the lock highly resistant to traditional picking methods, which is why it is preferred for securing valuable items inside the home. 4. Mortise Key. Mortise Key. Many people refer to this classic design as a skeleton key, characterized by its long, cylindrical shaft and a rectangular bit protruding from the very end. The bit is carved with specific grooves and notches that must carefully bypass internal wards or metal obstacles inside an older style of door lock. You will primarily see these in historic homes or on antique interior doors leading to bedrooms and formal study rooms. While largely replaced by modern security systems for exterior doors, they maintain a strong presence in architectural restoration and vintage home design. 5. Cruciform Key. Cruciform Key. When you look straight down the barrel of this item, the blade forms the shape of a cross, looking very much like a common Phillips head screwdriver. It essentially combines 4 separate rows of jagged teeth into a single piece of metal, creating a highly complex locking profile. This 4-sided structure requires the door lock to have 4 corresponding sets of pins, making the mechanism incredibly robust against forced entry. While less common for standard front doors, homeowners often install these on secondary security gates, heavy-duty garage doors, and reinforced storm grates. 6. Double-sided Key. Double-sided Key. This flat metal blade features distinct, jagged cuts along both the top and bottom edges rather than just a single side. The corresponding lock contains 2 separate sets of pins that must be perfectly aligned at the exact same time to allow the cylinder to rotate. You will often encounter these on high-security deadbolts, sturdy padlocks, securing backyard sheds, and certain types of sliding glass patio doors. The dual pin requirement adds a significant layer of difficulty for anyone attempting to tamper with the lock, providing residents with extra peace of mind. 7. Electronic Keycard. Electronic Keycard. Moving away from traditional metal shapes, this flat plastic rectangle looks and feels exactly like a standard credit card. Instead of physical teeth, it relies on an embedded microchip or a magnetic stripe to communicate with a battery-powered reader mounted on the door. Homeowners simply tap or swipe the plastic against the reader, which scans the digital credentials and triggers a small motor to retract the deadbolt. Originally popular only in hotels and office buildings, this technology has steadily moved into modern apartment complexes and upscale residential homes over the last